India is one of the world's largest producers of wheat. Every year's harvest brings in over 80 million tons of grain. Most of the harvest is purchased by the government so that it can be distributed to the poor through public distribution system. Introduced as a welfare measure right after independence, the plan was spread across India to some of the remotest corners of the country. The mission was to provide essential food items to all citizens at minimum rates. The mission clearly failed because instead, the public distribution system or the PDS became synonymous with hoarding, corruption and chaos in most parts of the country. For the poor, getting a ration card is a huge challenge. Even daily wagers who do have a ration card are compelled to wait endlessly for their share when the depot officers refuse to sell or the corrupt ones divert large portions of the grain to black market. This is the ugly story behind India's hungry millions amidst news of bumper crops and humongous food stocks. The irony of malnutrition nestled with abundance seemed like it would go on forever. But then, miracles are known to happen without big announcements, when one least expects them in most unlikely of sites.
तिनका जोड़ के सांसें क्यों नापती सी नाव है तेरी नाव है तेरी नाव है तेरी उल्टी बहती धार है बैरी धार है बैरी उल्टी बहती धार है बैरी के अब कुछ कर जा रे बंदी.
Placed at the heart of India, yet one of the most forgotten states, Chhattisgarh, put the might of its state machinery behind the PDS to fulfill a basic demand of common man, right to food security. One of the first steps was to track the movement of around 600 vehicles carrying subsidized food grains across 18 districts of the state by using a combination of global positioning system and mobile telephone devices. Plugging one of the main gaps in effective implementation of the 1,000 crore rupee annual food security scheme. A web and mobile-based application tracked the trucks as well as the amount of food grains that were being procured, transported and received at different points of the journey. All this was placed on the web and circulated through an SMS to whoever wished to be kept in the loop. In case there is an unscheduled stopover, the driver's mobile begins to buzz with queries.
हेलो, हाँ भैया मैं आ रहा हूँ. रास्ते में गाड़ी खराब हो गई थी. मैं आपके दुकान तुरंत पहुँच रहा हूँ. थोड़ी देर में पहुँच रहा हूँ.
Instead of the old system where private dealers lifted their quotas from the nearest godown, now state agencies have created a technology-bolstered doorstep delivery of tabulated amounts of PDS grain to all ration shop. How does this help? Earlier, corrupt dealers delivered reduced quantities to PDS and sold the rest in the black market. The diversion often happened before supplies reached the village because the dealers got away by saying that there is a shortfall at the godown. Now rations are delivered to the shop in the village, so it is hard for the dealers to siphon off any grain. Life in most Chhattisgarh villages now runs to the sound of the mobile beep. An alert on the mobile tells her when the ration stocks reach the PDS shop. And everyone gets set to collect their monthly rations.
के गहरी छाँव अंधेरी छाँव अंधेरी तिनका जोड़ ले सांसें क्यों हाँफती सी नाव है तेरी नाव है तेरी।
Probably the only thing extraordinary about Vimla is that she is a perfect example of any ordinary person in Chhattisgarh. The 60-year-old best represents what modern India calls a below poverty line or BPL, with an income of less than 1,000 per month. Earlier, she used to go to the village money lender by the middle of the month to get a loan to feed her family. It had become a regular cycle of debt. Now she has a red card which enables her to get 35 kilograms of grain for just 1 rupee per kg. Privatization had created a nexus of players where dealers paid politicians to get license as well as protection when they indulged in corrupt practices. Deprivatization of the ration shops is part of the reform. Now Gram Panchayats and community self-help groups were made in charge of the ration shops, but with a small technological twist. All 10,400 fair price shops were tabulated in terms of village, ward and detailed individual ration card holders along with their name and type of ration card. This information was fed into the main server to be put on the web. Most importantly, it helped to launch a mobile-based application by which the fair price shop owners send out SMS alerts providing all allotment details to ration card holders. Now these SMS alerts inform interested citizens about grain movements, available supplies, sales, timelines, and if there is a problem, people can SMS their grievances on centrally managed active helplines. The newly launched Smart Card is a biometric, so it ensures that bogus demand is automatically turned down. It allows people to get their grains from any shop, which is very helpful for migrant laborers. This omnibus card allows users to collect their monthly rations, save and use their balanced food amount when they need, have all the information sent to them on their mobile, and even use this card for health-related facilities at government center.